What is up, guys? This is Josh, the DIY car guy. Today I'm traveling in this OBS truck. It's a 7.5 gasser, and it's a 460 automatic. And I'm right here on 152, and I'm going up the hill, and I'm just wondering how this truck's gonna do. Now, the reason I say that is because I'm pulling a Coleman RV, and I also got a motorcycle in the back. I don't know if you can see it. I got a KTM, and so we'll see how this thing does. Hasn't let me down. It does have a cooling system that's been overhauled and a tune-up, so I think it should be pretty good. But nonetheless, it's still a little bit scary to see what how it's gonna go up the hill, especially since I got some weight in the back. So again, it's not that much weight, but we'll see. So I'm gonna film as we're going up the hill and see how this baby does. I think she can do it. One thing I will say is that this truck has been really good as far as towing goes. We've been towing this Coleman, and the Coleman is not that heavy. It's only about 3,500 pounds, but man, it feels like you don't even have anything attached, especially when you're going downhill or maneuvering across the highway. It's you can tell the truck is definitely able to handle the weight, the extra weight. I haven't really done anything to beef up the truck. We've just done regular maintenance so that we can be hauling, and the truck is somewhat reliable. Some of the things that we've done is the cooling system. We did all the hoses and the water pump. We did the power steering pump, new battery. We did the ignition cables and spark plugs, new fuel filter, oil filter, air filter. And we did the suspension because this is an old truck. It's a 97, and the suspension, every time it hit a bump, you would just hear a loud bang. And so when I went under there to change out the shocks were all the bushings were gone. There was they were doing nothing. They were doing nothing at all. So that's been done to the truck. And then I put some 33s on it just to help it look a little bit better. Inside, we charged the AC. When we went to pick up the Coleman, we went to Vacaville, and that was a really hot day. It was like about 100 degrees or so. I better slow it down here. I'm actually going a little too fast. It was 100 degrees or so, and we had no air conditioning. So man, it was really hot in there. Funny story is when we went to go pick up the Coleman, we actually intended to go on a road trip to Wyoming, and we were so excited. We spent months planning it. We did all the upgrades to the truck for maintenance so that it would handle the trip out there. And that week we get COVID, so our vacation was ruined because of the damn COVID. And so we were just stuck at home. But so far we've been loving this Coleman. It's a 17B code Lantern. I know they're really hard to get, but they're a really good camper if you're looking into campers. And so like us, this is our first camper. We don't really have any experience RVing, and we didn't want to get something that was too over the top to just start getting into it. And it turns out that this thing is perfect. One of the things that you don't think about that much is when you go to your RV spaces, you want something that's not too huge, because you want to be able to fit in the space adequately. And for us, this thing is perfect. It's big enough for all four of us, and it's got everything you need and then some. So I would say, to start off, Coleman 17B, I would 100% recommend it. I would say go with that. We're going here on the turns, as you can see, and the truck is doing perfectly fine. We're starting to go up a little bit, and we've got some semis up here. So you can hear the truck going from 4th to 3rd gear. This is a 4-speed, since it's feeling the weight a little bit. My temperature's good, and hopefully everything will work out. Now, of course, right now I'm thinking, should I pass these semis or not? That's kind of what's going through my mind. And there's nobody on the left, and you know what? I think I'm gonna go for it, just because once we start climbing, these guys are really gonna go slow. So I'm gonna move over to the left here. I'm gonna overtake them, and then we're gonna start climbing. There's another camper. What's crazy about camping or actually having an RV is before we would see all these people with the campers, and we get so excited watching them down the road, because we were looking at possibly getting one. And now that we have ours, like, we're one of those people, you know, traveling with their RV camper. So we're going up the hill. The truck is really feeling it. I'm gonna get on it a little bit to hopefully keep the momentum going, because I still gotta pass the semi. At this point, my foot is all the way to the floor. I'm nailing it. There's nothing else I can do to go faster. I'm hoping I can pass this guy. Overdrive is on. I'm passing him, and here we go. Oh, that was heavy, guys. And so now I'm gonna just keep my foot on the accelerator. The truck is slowed down quite a bit. I'm going 50 miles an hour, and my foot is, again, all the way to the floor. And we haven't even begun this climb. I hope that we can make this climb. I really do. We're still at keeping steady at 50 miles an hour, but I'm starting to sweat on account of the heat. It's 100 degrees or so today, and temperature still right at half, is not going up. Oh man, I tell you, if you wanna feel adrenaline, you know, do this. Go get an old pickup, hook up an RV, and climb up a hill like this, and you will definitely feel the adrenaline kicking in, because you don't know if the thing's gonna make it up or not. Now, for all you OBS guys that are watching this, I think the truck will make it. If not, I wouldn't have done it. Of course it's gonna make it, but it is a little scary nonetheless. I can tell you that right now. My foot is still flat footing this thing. It's going through the floorboard any second now. It's not heating up. The one thing I am noticing is the gas needle, the fuel needle, is climbing down. I would venture to say I'm getting maybe 3 miles to the gallon or 4 right now. I'm not really picking up any speed. It's just, but it's steady. It's not going down. My guess is it's in third gear, because we're going 50 miles an hour, and the needle hasn't moved. I can kind of feel the truck shaking just a tiny little bit, but I think that's just the bumps and my nerves. Holy moly, flat footing this thing, 50 miles an hour. The RPMs are 3,000.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
We've got a vehicle on shoulder ahead. So what's cool is the semis are pretty far behind me, so I don't have to worry about them. And I'm catching up to another RV here. Oh, we're picking up speed. Now I'm at 60 miles an hour, and I'm gonna let go a little bit, because, you know, let's give the truck a rest. And 60 miles an hour. Oh, got a couple of cars here. Now my wife's up ahead in their SUV. We're gonna take this truck and we're gonna take this stuff to get stored. But so far, guys, the truck is doing great. It even picked up 10 miles an hour, and I'm back to flooring it 100%. My foot is going through the floorboard. RPMs climb, so that's interesting. We're at 3,500, but I think that's because we're a little bit faster. We're going 56 miles an hour, 57, according to the speedometer. One interesting note is that the speedometer does work accurately. I have an app, Waze, which I have on right now, and I've been looking at it. I was curious because of the change in the tire size, right, with the 33s. 100% accurate. So, well, looks like we made it up the hill, guys. The rest of the incline is not too bad. As far as going down the hill, I'm not too worried. The truck has good brakes. I don't know if you've ever seen the brakes on This is a OBS Ford F350, and the brakes are humongous. They're drums in the back, but they're huge. I was so impressed when I saw that. So I'm not too worried. Plus, I do have a trailer brake. I'm using the draw type trailer brake, and that's been sufficient in the past. So wow, I was white knuckling it there. The truck made it up the hill, no problem. We did slow down a little bit to 50 miles an hour, but really the speed limit when you're towing is 55. So, you know, if you're going 50 miles an hour up a hill, you know, I mean, you're within where you're supposed to be, I think, I guess, right? For safety wise. So I would say that even on that steep incline, this OBS Ford F350 with the 7.5, not the diesel, the 7.5, is more than adequate. Like I said, I was white knuckling it there, but it did it just fine. I'm going to go ahead and concentrate on my driving here on the rest of these turns. But this is Josh, the DIY Car Guy, signing out. Now, if you have any questions on the towing with the Ford F350 OBS truck, I do have some tow mirrors. I installed a really cool backup camera that helps me hook up to the RV, so I guess I'll make a video on that. Or if you have any questions on the Coleman, or you want to see any videos on that, let me know on the comments below. And I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Have a good one. Signing out.